Welcome back to Cooking with a Guapo, episode 7, part 2. This is the finished product with Mike and what he's gonna cook, and the final cheers. Cheers, Mike. This is Jarhead Double IPA. Really bitter, really strong hop aroma. It's 9%, so I'm just gonna drink this little jar throughout the video because it doesn't take very much. Okay, Mike, if you want to take it away.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook something I came up with. I call it Spicy IPA Orange Chicken Wings. Got the idea from the orange chicken you might get at a typical Asian buffet, but kicked it up a little bit with some spice, and we're obviously going to use a little bit of Jarhead IPA to make a sauce, and we're going to use chicken wings instead of your typical pieces of chicken that are breaded. We're going to grill chicken wings, and we're going to toss it in the sauce and pair it with this delicious double IPA. So what we'll do is we're going to show you how we make the sauce. We're going to show you how we cook the chicken, and we'll basically, you know, sit down and enjoy it so you can see what it's all about. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get outside, get the grill fired up, and get things started for you.
Thank you, Anna. I'm gonna go clean that.
Okay, we're going to start with our orange sauce for these wings. First thing going in is a little bit of the IPA. That's going to be the base of our sauce. And since it's an orange sauce, what we're going to use is some orange marmalade to give it the nice flavor and texture. And I don't really measure too much when I cook. I tend to just cook by the seat of my pants, so to speak, and just toss things in as I think I need. So that looks about like what I'm after right there. Next, we're going to use some barbecue sauce. Using some Sweet Baby Ray's in this. Again, kind of just going by feel on this. Kind of equal amounts, I'd say, on the barbecue sauce and the orange marmalade. And then I like to put a little bit of minced garlic in there to add some nice flavor to the sauce so it isn't boring. Probably about ½ teaspoon on that. And then next is the magic ghost pepper flakes. And use this stuff sparingly unless you just really like pain and torturing yourself. So a little bit goes a long way. We're not going to use much. That's about it right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let this simmer slowly once we get it all mixed up so that it thickens and reduces into a nice thick sauce that we can toss our wings in when they're done on the grill. And they'll be nice and sweet and spicy and tangy and sticky and messy, just like we like it. So there we go. We're going to let this simmer a while, and then we're going to go cook our chicken, and we'll get back to you. Okay, now that the sauce is simmering, we're going to do something a little off the wall. Some of you might think this is crazy, but don't be scared. What we're going to do is we're going to throw in a little bit of hops, which for anybody that knows anything about beer or brewing, hops is used to bitter the beer. So we're only going to throw in a couple little pellets, and it's basically like an ingredient, like an herb, if you will. So we're gonna let that go in and break down, and it's gonna give the sauce some nice tang and a little slight bitterness that's gonna accompany the sweet orange flavor really nicely. All right, now we're gonna prepare this chicken for the grill. A few things I like to do to add a little texture and a little crispness to it is I drizzle it first with some olive oil, and that's kind of gives it a nice crispy texture. The heat's almost like kind of like frying them, but not quite. So that's the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some olive oil on there, generous amount, and then I like to do a little pre-seasoning, even though we do have a very tasty sauce. I like to use the Goya adobo seasoning. For any of you at home that don't know what this is, you need to go out and find it because this stuff is awesome. I put it on just about everything. It's an amazing seasoning, just adds some killer flavor to anything you want to cook, really. And so we'll put some of that on there also, kind of generously, like so. And then this last thing I'm going to do is kind of strange, but I'm going to put a little bit of cornstarch on there, and what that does is it kind of mixes with the olive oil and makes almost like a paste, almost like a breading. And so when it grills, it's gonna get this nice texture on it that helps our sauce stick to it, and so it's gonna have a nice crispiness, but it's also gonna let that sauce kind of adhere to it. And so we'll put some of that on there. And then now basically, as you can see, I'm gloved up. We're just gonna mix it all in really well, really massage it in to all the chicken, make sure everything gets coated evenly with the oil and the starch and the seasoning. Don't be afraid to get in there and work it really good. Alright, and there we go. Now we're just gonna put it on the grill and let it cook up and get nice and brown. Alright, here we go. Let's get these bad boys on some coal and some wood. What do we got here, David? Hickory?
Yeah, it's hickory, man.
Alright, man. Love me some hickory smoked food. There we go. We're going to get those nice and brown and crispy and toss them in our sauce, and then throw them back with some of David's awesome double IPA. Alright, these are just about done. As you can see, they're nice and golden brown and crispy. You got cornstarch and the oil makes them nice and crispy. And here in just a minute, we'll take them off and toss them in the sauce. Alright, we're all ready here. Just pulled these off the grill. Now we're gonna go toss them in the sauce and serve them up. Here we go, we got our sauce. We're just gonna pour that very liberally over everything, just like that. And then we're gonna take it and we're just gonna toss these up in there, get them all good and coated real nice, and get that sauce all over them. Nice sticky sweet spicy sauce. And there we go, time to serve it up. Let's eat.
Thank you very much, Mike Stauffer. This is what he made. There's your Jarhead Double IPA. Alright. I just want to say thank you very much to Mike for showing us these his recipe for these hot wings, IPA wings. And I'm going to copy this recipe for tomorrow's special. I'm releasing Jarhead Double IPA tomorrow. I'm going to copy this, release it tomorrow. Thank you, Mike.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Hope you guys enjoy it. Cheers.